This is the Jeff Keyes Auto Sports Desk.
The Bearcats are on the hunt for a home playoff game. The Polar Bear is back in Queens for another 2 seasons, and NBA superstars are switching jerseys. Welcome to the Sports Desk. Bearcats men's basketball are winners of 2 in a row, and it feels like a brand new season for Binghamton after taking down Vermont a week ago. And then SUNY rival UAlbany on Saturday. The Bearcats are now a win away from being one of the top 4 teams in the America East. Why is that important? Well, if the Bearcats can finish out the year in the top half of the conference, Binghamton will host the first home playoff game at the Event Center in 15 years. It's something that Coach Sanders says is on the back of the team's mind, yes, but they need to remain focused on the tasks at hand.
You know, we have to worry about the games and what we need to do to be successful. And having in the back of our minds that every game is important because of seeding. You know, you want to have the highest seed possible. Obviously, we want to finish in the top 4 so we can host a playoff game, which hasn't been done here since 2009. So it's on the back of our minds for sure.
Hey, both men's and women's in action right now. The Bearcats at home for the men. They are down by 4 points in the first half, 13-9. The women on the road and up 6 at UMass-Lowell. They're up 16-10. We'll have highlights from both those games at 10 and 11. Uncle Stevie's checkbook opened up once again Wednesday night, finally ending the offseason saga that was Pete Alonso's return to New York. Pete Alonso is staying with the New York Mets, as mentioned, agreeing to a $54 million 2-year contract. Alonso gets a $10 million signing bonus, while making $20 million in 2025 and $24 million in 2026. Alonso can opt out after the season and become a free agent once again if he would like. But the return of the Polar Bear now gives the Mets a top of the lineup that will feature Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, and Pete Alonso, with some reports still having the Mets in right now still with Alex Bregman. It is deadline day, and much like the NFL, the NBA, it never stops. And kudos to those out there who get the show. The association went wild over the last few days as superstars were changing teams and completely reshaping the league's landscape. Biggest moves over the last few nights: Luka Doncic being flipped for Anthony Davis that late on Saturday night. Jimmy Butler, he gets his wish and becomes a Warrior. He'll join Steph and Draymond being moved for Andrew Wiggins, and De'Aaron Fox will create a dangerous duo as he heads to team with Wemby in San Antonio. And finally, Kevin Durant staying with the Suns after having his name being shopped around all week. And tonight, it's going to be a quiet night on the Section 4 front for a Thursday. Over 100 schools with snow days today after this morning's storms. So please make sure you check out your particular school's scheduled Galaxy calendar for those games and when they will be made up around the Southern Tier.
Thanks for all that jam-packed action, Zach. And don't go anywhere. We'll have one final story for you right after the break.